And then the second type of realization is a slightly different realization. It's a little complexity there in the story of Mahisha, because you have to go to some Puranic genealogy to trace that the Ramba, this Mahisha, is the son of a demon, but by the grace of Lord Shiva, there was this demon was granted that Lord Shiva himself will manifest as his child. And so coming in this animal form, there is this Shiva. Who is the animal that is Shiva? What is the word for animal in Sanskrit? Pashu. And then do not just get bogged down to Mahisha itself, because, you know, the Mahisha, Mahishi are the words even for the kings and queens. So do not get bogged down with that word. But this is a Pashu, the beast of envy, first of all. Mahisha is primarily, and there's also death, because he is the vehicle of Yama. Buffalo demon is a metaphor for in Indian culture. The buffalo, you know, is what does Yama ride on? Mahisha, buffalo. So now he's drunken. The problem with Mahisha, he's not recognizing his true nature as Shiva. And so he's drunken, and he's so powerful because he's Shiva in his true nature. Therefore, he's Shaktiman. He has all the powers. And he thinks he can control everything in the world. And that is the conflict. Even while we are Shiva, for us to mischaracterize Shakti, to not recognize the pristine form of Shakti, our powers will be meaningless. Our application of Shakti will be demonic. And that very demonic application of Shakti will turn us into demons, because there is no difference between an animal and a demon and Godhead. Because the essence of Mahishasura is Shiva. The manifest form of Mahishasura is a buffalo, and he himself is a demon. So therefore, Shiva or a demon or a beast are one and the same. But there is, what is the problem? The problem is a confusion of the ego, that he does not recognize himself as Shiva. He now recognizes himself as the king of the demons and also as a buffalo. So these confusions lead to what? To disruption. Again and again, you will see this killing, and then many people freak out. This is a book, so much of blood and so much of violence, I can't even read it. Now, some people are genuinely asking this. Some people have vested agenda. They are not willing to read the essential meaning of the book, and they want to say something nonsensical. But the metaphor of violence here is again and again of subduing subjectivity, rejection of the lower egos. Every single time the ego arises, it is cut through, and there is a higher revelation, higher realization dawning as a consequence. The time Mahisha has this drunkenness, the goddess says, Garja, Garja, Chadam, Muda, keep roaring, you know, keep making noise for a brief time, but once I come and I will subdue you. And so does the goddess. But then when the demon is killed, Mahisha is struck with the spear of the goddess. Her glance is not any less piercing, and anyway, the spear also goes to the chest of the demon. There is just a sudden revelation of the true nature of Mahisha. That brief moment, he recognizes his true nature as Shiva. There is the Sayuj. The demon merges into the goddess. Goddess is not banning him to eternal damnation. Goddess is granting him self-realization and allowing him to merge within the body of the goddess herself. And that is the basic story, the narrative of the second section, wherein self-realization is a different structure. Within this different structure, self-realization is an identity with the goddess. And this identity is negation, is possible, is made possible by means of negating our own phenomenal subjectivity.